Hello everyone. In this video, I'm gonna explain about what is pods in Kubernetes, how does it work, and how we have to work on this and like how it create pods in this Kubernetes. So I will show you. Firstly, I will explain about what is pods, and then I have to show you how it do in a practical way. So in this video, I'm gonna explain what is Kubernetes pods. So firstly, understand what is pods. Pods is basically the smallest execution units in Kubernetes. It has more than one encapsulation applications where we have to infer in this nature like it is execute or not in this nodes. If a pod fails, then Kubernetes can automatically create a new replica of that pods to continue operations, and it includes one or more containers like such as Docker containers. So it is also provide environmental dependencies like including persistence, storage volumes, like it is a storage that should be a permanent or it should be available on the pods on that cluster. And it should be configured like of the data needed to run and container within the pods. So this is the pods. These are the pods like pods one, two, three, four. First one is pod, which is they have providing the IP addresses of their. In the next pod, they have getting a volume with containerized applications. So they have their own IP address over there. Then we have a pod three in which we have created two containerization applications and one is volume. Then they have assigned the IP address of that pod. In the fourth image, we have seen like there is a IP address mentioned over here, and then we have a volumes. Then they have a containerization apps. So these are the things they have. One or more container we can create in that, such as like as we already know that they have created a Docker containers already. Then we have to do when we have to figure out what does pod do. So pods represent the process running on the cluster. By limiting pods to a single process, then Kubernetes can create a report of health of each process running in the clusters. Like they have unique IP address, like communicate to each others, like they allow them. Then we have a persistent storage volume as we required in any of the pods. Then we have a configuration information that determine how it should be uh, containerized head run on that. Then, although most of the pods contain a single container, and many of have few containers that work closely together to execute our desired functions. So these are the things that we have to know in what we do in a pods, and what are the benefits. Then go for the benefits. Pods are basically contain multiple containers. They have two communications. They have a data sharing between them, and they have all containers in pods share the same network namespace, and they can locate each other and communicate via localhost. Then pods can communicate with each other by using another pod's IP addresses or by referencing a resource that resides in another pod. That it includes container that run when the pods is started, and they have performed initiations required before the application container run. And they have similarly like they have a scalability, they have a enabling replica pods to create it and shut down automatically based on changes demanded. So these are the benefits of pod. And then we have to go for the how does a pod work? How did it work? Pods are created by workload resources like controller, which manage rollout, replications, and help the pods in the cluster. For example, if a node in the cluster fails, the controller detects that the pods on the another node are unresponsive and it creates replacement pods on the another node. Like if one pod is failed to work, so they can create another of that replacement on the immediate effect. So that's the power of the pods they have created. Like one failed, then they have created another one. Like a auto scaling. So there are the three most common types of controllers are like jobs, deployment, and stateful sets. Jobs is like batch file jobs, like they have that type of jobs that have run on task to completions. And then we have deployment for applications that are stateless and persistent, such as like web server. And then we have go for the stateful sets for the application that both are stateful and persistent, such as databases. So these are the ways to have to work, pods really work on that. So now I have to show you like how it work in a CLI. As I will show you how it created a pods with the help of kubectl and how it created. Now I will show you CLI where we have to show you like how it works and how it have created a pods over here. So we have to go for that. Now I will show you like how it works. Firstly, we have to go for kubectl and then we have used get pods. So these are the pods which are mainly in this which I already have. So this nginx I already have named. So then I have to run a new pod. I have given the kubectl run my pod and my pod is the name which I have given and then I have put the image of nginx. Then they have to create that pods for the name by the name of the my pods over here. So, so that is basically a thing which I have created to create my pods. These are the commands which I've used to create the pod. As you see, my pod is created over here. Further on, I have to show you like how did get that pods like what the behavior of that pods like how it did write. We have used this command like these are in the running stage. My pod is a container creating and then next one is a running stage. So as you see that there the status, restate, age, IP address, node. Node as basically is the use for minikube over here. And then my running stage is only one pod is running as an nginx. Then it is a containers creating like they are not in running state but they are creating it. So as we go for the describe command over here, then we use describe pod whereby I have to determine the pod name. So these are the description over here. So this is my pod name. This is the image. This is the image ID over here. State, ready state or not. So these are the things which are mentioned in the describe command over here, so that they can mention every pod details, like what is the IP address of that pod. Has been running on stop stage. So these all are the things are described in this. This is my container IP address that are in running stage. The namespace is this. Meaning this is the node IP address I was mentioning over here. As you see in these events like they are scheduling, pulling and pull created and started. These are the images successfully assigned. They have pulling the image of nginx and then they have to successfully pull image of the image. Then we have to go for the cube delete, kubectl delete commands like I have to delete my pod over here. So I've used this command and then my pods has been deleted. Now if I have to check that pod is deleted or not, then I have to go for this command. So as you see, it's only one pod is running nginx and one which I have created is already deleted. So these are the things which I am mentioning over here and we have to work on it and these are the things we have to create a pods. In the next video I will show you another video where we have created different things that I have to mention very clearly over here. So thanks for watching.